Hello, what's up? It is Tia again, and it is a weekly update. This is day 6 of week 1, and as promised, I am doing a daily vlog of how I feel for the first week. And so, with that said, I'm going to get into it really quickly. All right, so the first part is I have had this darn sinus infection that has run havoc. Okay, as I said yesterday. And overall, I think that it could be worse if I wasn't eating the way I'm eating and fasting, because it's really nasal and it's getting rid of the mucus. And I know that uh, a doctor, and he's on YouTube as well. His name is Dr. Bobby Price. He have explained and said that when you're fasting, when you're going plant-based, when you're going vegan, when you've changed up your diet, and I hate to use the word diet because it's just to say you're eating lifestyle, okay? Because diets fade away. Diets don't last. But changing your lifestyle and what you eat and how you eat it and what time you eat it does matter, especially when you've created a habit of it. And so I thought about yesterday at how I feel like I have always been on a diet, and it wasn't until last year where I changed that mind concept, and I just changed the way I was eating, period. I changed how I was eating, and the one thing that I must say was consistent was my exercise, and I lost inches. I have really broad arms and really broad shoulders, and I must say that they used to be way bigger, and the first place that's going to show weight gain or weight loss is going to be my face. It's going to be that double chin area, as you can see here. Okay, so this jawline here would not be pronounced once I know that I've gained weight. Okay, and that double chin will stick out even more. Hello, kitty pie. Okay, she will stick out even more. And so I've noticed, and I get more of a neck, and they got a name for this for people who have pre-diabetes and diabetes. When you got the dark around your neck, I never can pronounce the word, but I digress. Anyhow, the first places you're going to see for some people is right there in that face area and the shoulders and neckline, right here in that upper body, if you are a type of person that lose right there and or gain right there. And so yesterday during my feast time, my eating time, I noticed that the line had dipped in right there. It dipped in. Yeah. And so I said to myself, regardless of what the scales say, even though I've noticed that I've had a drop each day, sort of each day. One day I did not have a drop. And I noticed that it was because, let's talk sodium. It was because I had too much sodium, even in my plant-based eating, even in my vegan eating. And so I know I didn't have a lot of sugar, okay? At least refined sugar, okay? So we have to watch the sodium. We have to watch the sugar intake. That is the main point of eating a healthier lifestyle. The more fluid that you have on your body, the more insulin that you put into your pancreas. It is your pancreas that gets swollen and inflamed by the sugar, which is in return called the diabetes, as we know. But as long as your organs are inflamed, your liver, your pancreas, all of these things are going to run havoc on the outer appearance of your body, period. And that's just the way it's going to be, you guys. That's the only thing we can actually do to change that, is to really dig deep into the way we're eating, the things that we're eating. There's nothing else that we can do about that. And so with that said, sorry, I was changing my app over here on my phone. With that said, I am excited for day 6, and this is my fasting day. So that's what I wanted to discuss with you guys: the intake and sodium. Watch, read labels, read. Read the labels on food, everything. Read the food. And sometimes we don't know how to read labels. Like literally, I did not know how to read labels until I began to dig deeper into vegan lifestyle, plant-based lifestyle, and not eating meat and dairy. Reading those labels on the sugar intake and the salt intake, the sodium. So, for example, I wish I had. I do. Coconut oil. Okay. Now, right here, this coconut oil has its nutritional effects. If I was to eat it, I use this for my skin. I use this for this area here. I don't know if that's an eczema area or a stress area. Baby, let me tell you, this used to be darker, but look how light it's getting now that I have been fasting. It's getting lighter. I can tell. You can't tell because I didn't show this to you. On day one, this is one thing that I should show. So let's start now. Day 6. Look at this eczema spot. I put this on here so that it helps me to not scratch it. Okay, so this container has 30 servings in it. Let's say you drink something with 30 servings in this. Okay, and it has the serving size 1 tablespoon. That means 1 tablespoon per serving, and there's 30 servings in here. The per servings are 120 calories. So for 1 tablespoon, there is 120 calories in here. And how many servings do you have? 30. So you had 30 tablespoons at 1 times 120 calories. So you got to multiply math that I don't like. You got to multiply 120 times 30, and that's actually what you ate or drank of this. Really? Whoa. That's a lot. How much is that? Where my phone? Oh, I got to calculate on this. Hold on. Come on, baby. Let's do this math. 120. Somebody's sitting here right now like, dang, Tia, that ain't hard. 3,600 calories. If I was to have eaten or drank something like this. This is why they tell y'all to watch sodas. I don't drink sodas. I don't drink juices, unnatural juices. Because if it have that many servings in it, that's what you put in your body. Say, for example, there's about 5 servings. Okay, this coconut oil, obviously, that's going to be different, right? Or if you cook with this, if you use this as your oil for your vegetables, and in the week, you have used this whole container in the week, add 3,600 to your intake of calories by the end of the week. Let's say this is a fruit juice that you grab, a Gatorade that you grab, and it said the low sugar Gatorades that they say. Okay, let's put 120 calories in that can of soda or what have you. Has 6 servings in it, and you count your calories. You just had 720 calories just from drinking a beverage. So, do you want to drink your calories? That's the question. Oh, let's get to the sodium. That was my whole point, right? Sodium and sugar. Okay, got sidetracked. Let's look. Sodium. This one has 0 sodium. Okay, cool. But let's pretend. Let's pretend that this said that it had 300 milligrams of sodium, because some of those lean cuisines, we got to watch those. Those packaged foods, we got to watch the packaged foods. We got to watch those. Keto, is it called keto meals? We got to watch all of those things because they have high sodium in. Why? Because they got to package them. Why? Because they got to preserve them for shelf life. So, if it has, let's go for 600 because most of them got 500 to 600 sodium milligrams. 600 grams of sodium in per serving, and there is 10 servings in it. Okay, no, let's say 5. Let's say 5 servings in it. That means that you have had 5 times 600. All right, you've had 3,000 milligrams of sodium in that one meal. Why do they do this to us? This is why we retain in water so much. This is why we have fluid on our body, on our ankles, on our knees. Everything's swelling up, especially as we get older. It is because we're eating things that have too much sodium in it. And we don't know how to count the sodium intake on food that we get. Even check your meat if you're a meat eater. On pasta, bread. Sodium is in everything now. Unless you grow it. All right. Let's go for sugar. We're going to get this short and we don't want to be here all day. Sugar. Let's say, for example, there is, you get your famous Powerade. Or some that have electrolytes in it. Everybody into electrolytes when they're fasting. Well, how do I get my electrolytes in? Can I drink this for my electrolytes? Okay. And that'll be another video for that. Okay, so let's say that you got Powerade, don't know the actual numbers. And they're gonna trick you, right? They're gonna put 250 calories. Okay, and we don't look, we're gonna be like, oh, this whole can is 250 calories. Oh, good, I can drink all of this. Baby, that's a per serving. So I'm gonna need you to look up there and say about how many servings it got. It got 5 servings. So I'm gonna need you to go to your calculator and I'm gonna need you to put in 5 times 150, and you're gonna be drinking of that Powerade 750 calories. That's number 1. And then it's going to say, well, you got 200 milligrams in sodium, and I'm going to need you to multiply again 5 servings, because it's 5 servings in that bottle. So you just got in your body 1,000 milligrams of sodium. Now let's get to the sugar part. Well, it says that you had it's a low sugar one, so they're gonna say it's sugar alcohol, right? What is that? Trash chemical. Okay, so that sugar alcohol is going to be 30. Let me just go with a low number, 30 milligrams. But hey, there's 5 servings in that. Okay, that whole bottle. So 150 grams of sugar. And let's just say your doctor told you not to have but 75 grams of sugar for the whole day. You have actually drank half of the amount of sugar that you can have. And that's refined or complex. And know the difference in simple and complex sugar. There's a difference. Complex is your sugars from plants or fruits. Simple is the refined salt, sugar that you grab from the containers. That's the stevia that they want to tell us that's good for us. That's the regular cane sugar. That's all the sugars, right? And so that's what day 6 for me is about. Knowing my sodium intake, okay? Truth be told, yesterday I had the Sieta brand. It's the plant-based brand of chips for my guacamole. And I didn't take 10 chips out. I didn't take 20 chips out. I sat there and ate the whole thing with my guacamole because number 1, I wanted the fats from the guacamole. Number 2, I had a taste for guacamole when I woke up. So on my eating days, now my fasting days, I'm like, okay, whatever I got a taste for, I'm gonna go ahead and eat as long as it's not sugar or sweets or something like that. and I had that whole bag. Now, I should have sat there and counted the sodium. So today, I'm making sure that I consume enough water. Okay, and on my fasting days, I do not drink a gallon of water. I don't do that. I get water from other sources like green tea, herbal tea, my immune boosting tea. I can put water. If I get tired of drinking the water, slice up some cucumber, put it in there with some lemon. That gives you that electrolytes that people are talking about as well. Another video. But anywho, um, you can get your water from your source of water differently. So that's what I've been doing. And I've had maybe 64 ounces plus for my fasting days. I've been a person when I grew up, we did fasting, we didn't drink, nor did we eat. So I think my body is saying, oh, I remember. So besides getting a dry throat, then I'll go ahead and drink and consume. But filling my stomach up to it, it's uncomfortable with water on my fasting day, I am not doing that, and I do not do that. The fluid is going to release off your body as you keep going on this fast, and I'm noticing this. So again, let's recap. Day 6, pay attention to your sugar intake. Look at your nutritional facts on your containers, your bottles, your food, everything. Look at that. The next one, the sodium. Pay attention to the sodium. The scale won't go up. It won't go down. If you still consuming 5,000 grams of sodium, your body needs to release those fluids that has built up in your body, in your organs. Okay. The next one would be pay attention to the non-scale victories. The jawline coming through. The double chin getting smaller. Hello, girl. Oh, that's so conceited, right? Not it. Love yourself. Okay. Pay attention to the neckline. And if you are smaller than I am, pay attention to whether that collarbone start popping out. Pay attention to the slope of the arms. If you have big arms like me, pay attention to the slope. Pay attention to the flooper. See if it's kind of shrinking in. If it's kind of going whoops. Pay attention to that skin. Pay attention to the non-scales because they count. They keep you motivated. Or put on that pair of jeans that you've been trying to get on that is not buttoning up, but each day is getting closer and closer to button up. Just pay attention to those non-scale victories with the scale, even so that you stay motivated. Okay, so that's the end of my video for day 6, week 1. I'll do my full weigh in on tomorrow. I'm doing a challenge as well. It's an alternate day, 7-day alternate day fasting 7-day challenge on Facebook. So I'm going to be weighing in twice in the next 2 days. I'm going to weigh in tomorrow morning, the 31st, and I'm going to weigh in on January the 1st as well. And I'm thinking, I think she did say that January the 1st is going to be our fast day. So I'm really on schedule. My weekends were supposed to be, boy, I said I was going to get off. My weekends were actually going to be intermediate fasting only, my Saturday and Sunday. But that means that I was going to stop eating at a certain time. No, stop fasting for a certain time and eat the rest of the day. So that would have been for me for 12-8 fast 12 hours, eat 8 hours. But I feel so good about not eating for 36 hours and then eating the next 12. That, not even 12 hours, because I don't eat the whole 12 hours. But let's say 8 hours, okay? I feel so good about that I forgot. My brain just went, wake up, drink water. Wake up, drink tea. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm supposed to eat today. So that I could be on target for my Wednesdays on my bowling day to actually eat my bowling days. But you know what I said to myself? I'm not going to arrange my goal to lose this last 60 to 70 pounds for this year, because I'm giving myself a 3-year span. Somebody might be able to lose 120, 140 pounds in 6 weeks, in a year. I don't want to do that. I want my body to naturally do what it do. And with this alternate day fasting, if it naturally loses 100 pounds in X amount of time and I'm at a healthy weight, so be it. But I personally, for my mindset, gave me 3 years to get a goal. So I said 60 pounds per year. That was 5 pounds a month that I wanted to do. And I've reached the goal of that for 2023. And so 2024, in my mind, same thing. But again, if I lose more than that, so be it. Um, so I said to myself, I'm not gonna say on Wednesday I'm gonna eat just because I'm bowling. Like, no, it's not a birthday. So why? Why? I'm not gonna do that. And so yeah, I'm going to stick with the alternate days, and I intertwine that with intermediate. Now, once I get where I have to start adjusting my calorie intake, then I will. Because, like, all of our bodies take on certain amount of calories, right? Your calories is different than mine. You can go to TDEE and count your calories intake and not. And where I'm at is 2,074 calories for me to lose a pound a week. Okay, that's eating that per day. Well, if I'm alternate fasting, then that's going to lower, of course. And so that hence the fat loss. And at this point, if I lose anything, it's not fluid. It is actual fat. And I like that with alternate day fasting. Um, yeah, so I'm excited to do the challenge. I'm excited to continue this. I feel lighter. I feel less brain fog. I feel clear. My skin is coming back to clearing. Before I started back on the sugar binge in October, my face was way slimmer. You can go to my Facebook. You can go to see the photos where everything has started to like really define itself. My body was more taut, because I was building muscle as I was losing a small amount of weight, but I was building muscle with body pump and things like that. And when you build muscle, you burn fat. And so, yeah, but if you're going to eat the foods that don't work with your body, it doesn't matter. It's all just going to counteract itself, and it's going to work against you. That is the end of my video. Thank you for watching.